Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, Malam Buhari sees the Igbo race as chattel. There's absolutely no question about that. Malam Buhari sees the Igbo people as donkeys to be ridden to a destination and flogged all the way to that destination and then tied to a tree when he gets to that destination. There's absolutely no question about this, and this manifests copiously in the course of this particular Malam Buhari regime. Guys, I bring you this. Igbo group writes Buhari rejects promotion of only one officer from the southeast. So one officer from the southeast, we don't really know where that promotion is coming from yet, but we'll get to that in the course of the narrative. But this comes as no surprise to any Igbo person or indeed anyone within the Nigerian space, because as I said, Malam Buhari sees the Igbos as chattels, donkeys to be ridden to a destination and not to be fed on the way. So no feeding for the Igbo people, as again, Igbo group writes Buhari rejects promotion of only one officer from the southeast. So now let's now see how this particular prejudice plays out this time around. A Southeast professional group has rejected the recent promotion made by the Police Service Commission (PSC), saying that the region was treated unfavorably. The group, under the aegis of Conference of Igbo Professionals Worldwide, in a letter addressed to President Muhammadu Buhari, noted that like past recruitment, appointments, promotions, and allocation of resources, the region was denied its rightful place in the exercise carried out by the PSC. In the letter dated the 26th of December 2020 and titled Unfair Treatment of Indigbo and Urgent Need to Right the Wrongs by Mr. President, the group noted that out of the recent promotion of senior police officers, the Southeast was given one slot, whilst some regions got over 12 slots. The letter signed by the group's national president, Professor Patrick Kalu, and National Secretary Dr. Uche Mbaka appealed to President Buhari and the National Assembly to not only set up a panel with a view to unraveling circumstances leading to unfair treatment of Igbo race in the country, but also review the recent promotions of police commission. It reads, "We wish to kindly draw your attention to the recent appointments made by the Nigerian Police Force by the Police Service Commission under the chairmanship of retired former Inspector General of Police, Musiliu Smith. Recall that the Police Service Commission on Friday, December the 18th, rose from its 10th plenary meeting with the promotion of 37 senior police officers to their next rank. This action by the Commission is highly commendable, given that it would boost the morale of officers and men of the force to serve their fatherland diligently and meritoriously. However, we are constrained to point out that the exercise, which ordinarily would have been effected in line with the country's policy of equity and fairness, was regrettably skewed towards some regions at the detriment of the Southeast. For instance, as observed by us, out of the figure mentioned earlier, the Northwest was apportioned 12 slots, just as the Northeast was given 8 slots. The Southwest, on the other hand, got 7 slots, whilst the South-South got 5 in that order. The North Central geopolitical region was given 4 slots. We regret to say here that unlike the zones mentioned, the Southeast region only got 1 slot. This, to us, is the height of the ongoing desperate efforts of the current federal administration to completely alienate the Igbo race in Nigeria project. This provocative action is condemnable and unacceptable to us. According to the group, the PSC may have drawn its inspiration to carry out this wicked action against Indigbo from what has been in place since the emergence of your administration, listing areas the Igbos were being marginalized in the nation's scheme of things. The group insisted that the president must take urgent steps to right the wrongs. These infractions include lopsided appointments of security chiefs, infrastructure deficit including roads, rail and seaports, unfavorable allocation of federal government, and concentration of intervention development partners in other regions. Others are exclusion from commanding heights of the nation's economy, delay in the passage of Southeast Development Commission Bill, and flying the kite of the 2023 presidency. We call on you, sir, to address the principle of the federal character in the distribution of public resources and appointive positions, especially security chiefs. Also, we appeal to the National Assembly to immediately step in with a view to stopping these unfair treatments of Igbo in Nigeria. This it can do by first of all setting up a committee to investigate the reason for these actions by the government, the group added. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it is an open secret and they don't even make any attempts to disguise it, their disdain and just outright dislike of anything Igbo and in the Igbo. So a lot of the resources that sustains the Nigerian nation actually comes from the southeastern part. A lot of the entrepreneurship that Nigeria is noted for comes almost to 80% from the southeastern part. The contributions of the Igbo people to building the Nigerian nation as it is known today is undeniable and is undeletable, and it is a potent essential ingredient in the mix that is Nigeria. If you remove the Igbo contributions to Nigeria, there will be no Nigeria. In fact, you could say the Indigbos are indeed Nigeria because they've built that country. If you go to any region in the country that you don't find an Igbo presence, then you will find that that region is run down and there's no activity taking place, because the Igbos travel the length and breadth of the country and bring enterprise and commerce and wealth to almost virtually every region. They do this in Yoruba land, they do this in the north, they do this in the middle belt, and they do this everywhere. They come, they settle, they integrate, they bring economy, they bring development, they bring their high functioning way of thinking, and they build up what was otherwise a rundown space. All of the resources in the north are built by the Igbos. Even Abuja itself, all of the best structures in Abuja, they have Igbo names. So the contribution of the Igbo race to the Nigerian experiment is undeniable and is visible, and it is something that you see every day. But the weight of the Nigerian government is always weighed against rather the Igbo people. So this is the dichotomous relationship that has led to the Igbos by instinct being suspicious of anything and everything Nigeria and Nigerian and wanting away from the space. So this, of course, is another example of what underpins movements like IPOB and all of the movements, the separatist movements that you find all over Igbo land, when you have 37 positions up for grabs, and the bulk of it go to the north. 5 or 7 goes to Yoruba land, and 1 single one goes to Igbo land. So that then tells you then that you don't really consider the Igbos as anything within the Nigerian space other than donkey to be ridden from one destination to the other. Conversations in the comment section, the disdain of the Fulani man for the Igbo man is legendary, and it plays out yet again. What says you? Come share thoughts. But before you come share thoughts, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clickings, come join me then in the comment section. Is the Igbos versus the Fulanis that we're talking about again. So I'll leave you here. carry this conversation on with you in the comment section. But here I say peace.